And today, September the 8th, is the day to honor the Vietnamese language. But Phoebe, where is this special day coming from?
Well, Sunning, in short, it is to help Vietnamese overseas promote and preserve their culture and language. And the overseas Vietnamese community now exceeds 5.3 million people spread across more than 130 countries. And while this diaspora continues to grow, younger generations abroad risk losing their connection to their mother tongue. And to address this concern, September 8th was established as the day to honor Vietnamese language, aiming to preserve linguistic heritage within overseas Vietnamese communities. Since its establishment in 2022, the initiative has recognized 16 ambassadors for that dedication to teaching, creating resources, and organizing cultural activities that bring Vietnamese language closer to these communities. September 8th is not just a celebration of the language, but also a reminder of its importance as the vital bond connecting Vietnamese people around the world. And now we'll explore the work of two Vietnamese language ambassadors from Japan and how they are preserving and promoting the language within their community.
For over a decade, Thuong has dedicated herself to the Geiche Bamboo Vietnamese Language School in Osaka, working to preserve and promote Vietnamese among Japan-born younger generations. Recently, she launched a pre-primary course designed to help children develop a love for the language and learn it effectively.
This pre-primary course teaches children the alphabet and how to combine letters. The first class has just started. We expect the children to be able to form simple Vietnamese words and sentences.
Recognizing that Vietnamese children in Japan love comics, Thuong contributed to publishing the bilingual Vietnamese-Japanese edition of a pictorial history of Vietnam.
Some parents told me that when their kids got the book, they spent their whole day off reading it. When children feel proud of their language and culture, learning Vietnamese becomes so much easier, I believe.
Based in Fukuoka, Duyen collaborated with the Consulate General of Vietnam to establish a global Vietnamese language network, launched in late September. This initiative aims to spread the language beyond his local community.
We've established a network of over 100 experts worldwide, spanning Asia and Europe. This platform helps overseas Vietnamese express patriotism and find ways to preserve the language for future generations.
We value ambassadors who can organize a wide range of activities, promoting the Vietnamese language and culture within the overseas community. Their dedication is truly appreciated. They have worked hard, conducted research, and launched numerous initiatives that strengthen the bond between the overseas Vietnamese community and the homeland, all through the language and culture of Vietnam.
Preserving language goes beyond protecting cultural heritage. It quietly connects millions of Vietnamese hearts through the voice of their mother tongue.
And now let's connect with Lê Nguyễn Lưu An, a 17-year-old Vietnamese girl living in Malaysia who has been recognized as 2025 youngest Vietnamese language ambassador. Well, hello, An, and congratulations on being recognized as the youngest Vietnamese language ambassador of 2025. So what first inspired you to learn Vietnamese?
Okay. I think that what motivated me to teach Vietnamese and spread the Vietnamese culture in my community is that I wanted to speak more with my family who are living back in Vietnam, who are living back at home. Through that journey, I learned more of my history, my cultures, and my traditions.
And then, what has been the greatest challenge in learning Vietnamese so far for you? And how do you manage to overcome that?
When your daily life is always talking in English and my whole school talks in English, I got more used to English than Vietnamese. Then my mom saw this, and then my mom would bring both my sister and me to Vietnamese community around us. And then for the Vietnamese classes that she taught me, my sister, and my Vietnamese friends was once a week during my childhood. So I was able to learn how to read, how to write, how to sing different songs, and how to communicate freely in Vietnamese.
Yes, and how have you contributed to promoting the Vietnamese language and culture within Vietnamese community in Malaysia?
I've been teaching and tutoring Vietnamese to younger students, and I always try to make it more fun with games, stories, and songs. Major artists such as De Ling, which went global recently, or many artists that my cousins or like my family recommended me, they feel that, oh, Vietnamese is really cool, and they're like really happy to sing along. By that, they can learn more Vietnamese vocab.
And my last question to you is, what message or advice would you like to share with other young Vietnamese people, with other young people about learning and preserving the Vietnamese language?
I would say that don't see Vietnamese as just a subject to study, but see it as a treasure you carry around with you. So because this Vietnamese language, it connects our families, our history, and our culture. So by preserving the language, we keep our identity alive, and no matter where we live, be proud to speak it and share it and pass it on.
Thank you so much, Anne, for sharing with us your story.